No one has ever become poor by giving. Reflect on the profound truth behind Anne Frank's words. Generosity, Anne suggests, enriches us rather than depleting our resources. Think about times when giving to others made you feel more abundant, not less. Discuss the idea of non-material richness, such as happiness, fulfillment, and connection, that comes from giving. These are treasures that cannot be measured but are deeply felt. Examine the fear that often accompanies the act of giving, fear of not having enough for oneself. Experiment with acts of generosity, no matter how small, and observe how it affects your outlook and mood. It can be as simple as giving time, attention, or expertise. Generosity is a virtue that strengthens communities and creates bonds among people. It's a force that, when nurtured, benefits everyone involved. Generosity enriches me. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Start by exploring the biblical context of this quote, emphasizing its timeless relevance. It's a principle that transcends religious boundaries, suggesting a universal law of reciprocity. Reflect on how this principle appears in your own life. When have you experienced the return of your kindness in unexpected ways? Give without expecting anything in return, and notice how the act of giving itself becomes the reward. Adopting a generous mindset can lead to a more fulfilling life, as giving often opens doors to new relationships and opportunities. Generosity returns tenfold. We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. Note the distinction Churchill makes between living and life. Contemplate what truly constitutes a meaningful life beyond mere survival and material accumulation. Your contributions, whether big or small, might have improved someone's life or brought joy. There is balance of getting and giving in one's life. Do you focus more on personal gain or on contributions to others and your community? Integrate generosity into everyday life, transforming routine actions into opportunities for giving. Life is crafted by generosity. Generosity consists not the sum given, but the manner in which it is bestowed. Reflect on Gandhi's focus on the manner of giving. Reflect on the importance of the intent behind generosity, rather than the magnitude of the gift. Think about times when a small but thoughtfully given gift made a big impact. Perhaps a simple act of kindness that was delivered at just the right moment. Generosity can be expressed in everyday interactions, not just through financial or material donations. Smiles, attention, and support are also valuable currencies. Practice intentional generosity. How you give reflects on your character and values. Generosity is about how, not how much. You give but little when you give of your possessions. It is when you give of yourself that you truly give. Reflect on the difference between giving material things and giving parts of oneself: time, effort, compassion. Consider what giving of oneself means in practical terms. It could be mentoring a young person, volunteering for a cause you care about, or simply being present for a friend in need. Reflect on the deeper connections formed when one shares personal gifts versus material ones. These are the bonds that often endure and are cherished. Find ways to give of yourself in your daily life. It can be as simple as listening actively or as involved as teaching a skill. Remember, the most memorable and impactful gifts are often intangible, yet they are the foundation of deep and lasting relationships. I give of myself truly,